What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, and I'm giving you a quick little introduction here to the game EXO 1. We're just gonna jump right into it because this game is very story-driven and it's very, very pretty. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal for the style of game that this is. But I did want to mention before we end up starting today's video, because otherwise I'm gonna be staying silent during most of the narration of the story and stuff like that. Links are gonna be in the description for the Kickstarter and everything else about this game. So with all of that out of the way, enjoy. So this game is amazing. Like, really. I hope they can end up actually making enough on the Kickstarter. Links are going to be in the description for all of that stuff, because the artistic direction is just insane, dude. Not only the graphics and everything like that, but the music is just, it's so awesome. You know, this game is very much like Interstellar, Space Odyssey, which Interstellar, of course, was kind of based off of Space Odyssey. And as we come over to these areas, so far this is all there really is for the gameplay right now. Woo! As we grab those thingamabobs, what we just grabbed there, they're kind of hidden around. And you can see our power level is now at 150. So it's trying to show us that our energy is at 100%. As we end up jumping and using our energy, you can see our orb loses its color, so that's kind of the indicator for the actual energy that we actually have in storage, because otherwise that energy level percentage thing is going to end up going away very soon. But as we ended up going, like, you can kind of barely see over on the right, I just barely saw it, that there was another power orb for us to go and collect that would end up giving us even more power. Now, this is where things get really, really cool. Woo! Where we actually can glide. Like, insane, dude. Absolutely awesome. Ugh! The ground hurts my face. Except I don't have one, because I'm in a weird alien spacecraft. Anyways. It's like they somehow managed to make such a simple concept as rolling momentum and just a marble character end up actually being something really, really interesting, you know? And, you know, I wonder what the full game is going to end up being like. Hopefully they fortunately get to the point where they can actually fully develop this game. But it's like, really reminds me of No Man's Sky as well. Kind of that sense of discovery, that emotion that's behind the product, you know? Like, there's not really that many games that actually are like this anymore, you know? Where it can potentially speak to you. I don't mean to get all deep here, but really, like, there's not really that many games out anymore that are art. Most of all, I think that's just because it doesn't necessarily sell. So anyways, let's go over here and try to grab another one of these power nodes. As we're gliding too, it was telling us that if we hold both left and right bumper, we can pull up a little bit, but good luck with that. And anytime the screen starts going crazy like that, it means that we're getting close to another power-up. Bloop! I got you. Oh man, my eyes! Whee! Jeez Louise. And that secondary power that we ended up picking up actually gave us a lot more juice. Like, we generally just seem to be able to pull up a whole lot more. Like, we're a lot more powerful on top of just having more energy. And I just love the fact that this game has such, you know, a crazy atmosphere. And I mean, quite literally, the atmosphere of this planet. So it's like, you know, the volumetric clouds and stuff like that. It's just really, really is a beautiful game. And while normally I personally don't care for motion blur or depth of field in my games because I like to see everything that's going on, this game actually does a pretty good job with it. And when we finally end up getting over to this big monolith thing, that's where things get a little bit interesting. Because who knows what the direction is going to be of this game, but my interest is definitely piqued. So as we end up getting back over to this thing, as the narrator ended up explaining, it's actually going to launch us to another planet. And I wonder whether or not, like, is that the whole point of this game? Is our journey supposed to be taking us home? Or is it a sense of discovery in not knowing, you know, just the unknown and where that's going to end up taking us, right? So let me just do this. Oh, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes, Marble Man. There we go. All right, well, here we go. Now, if this game ended up actually having VR support, not that I can afford VR, I've never messed with it, but I've seen videos and it seems pretty cool. I think this game would be right at home to actually have VR support, you know? Then again, I guess it would get people motion sickness. I would get really excited. Because I don't think I get motion sickness, but going this fast, like, it would be insane with something like that. Get out of here, weird alien bugs that have strange noises. I'm gonna fly away. I think the reason that I find this game extra appealing is not only all the Space Odyssey references, just kind of the style of it and everything like that, the discovery and the unknown, but the ship that we're piloting very much reminds me of a show that I grew up with, or a movie, I guess I should say, that was called Flight of the Navigator. And it actually had quite similar, you know, the ship kind of looked like aluminum foil. It was CG, and it was poop CG at the time because it was such an old movie. But the ship's concept was very similar to this, where it actually ended up transforming and having but a single pilot and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the reasons why I just kind of find the ship that we're piloting so appealing, you know? Because I thought that even that show, even though I was just a kid, I thought that was a really cool and original concept. And that's kind of what this game seems to do as well. Love those volumetric clouds, dude, like seriously. Like, absolutely awesome. Okay, now we can go through the black sand and go at insane Mach speeds because I'm just holding down the gravity and we're going downhill. Which is great that we actually get to travel to this next beacon nice and quickly. But things start getting a little bit weird and freaky. Because now, it's kind of like a first-person view. And I guess maybe quite literally this is supposed to be like us in the pilot seat of this thing, right? Because the sound completely ended up changing. And then also like that thing that's right in the middle of our screen, kind of the crosshair. Once we get a little bit less lens flare, I'll kind of try and show you. Actually, I can over here. But the red in the middle, I just jumped right there and it took a quarter of our energy, right? So that's the whole point, is it's kind of like the HUD of the ship, I guess. Very simple, very to the point. Very cool. I really do enjoy the artistic value of this game for sure. So, again, links are going to be in the description. This game ended up just coming on Kickstarter, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check. What's happening? Why are we... Oh, we're not... I was still holding the A button, but I guess we're going uphill now, so we gotta try and take advantage of it. Oh my goodness, we are going fast, though. I love it! Whee! Oh my. Well, we can just slowly glide. Oh man. Now, that's the thing. I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh, both of those meters were actually our energy. Okay. I guess because we're at 200%, so we have two full circles of actual, like, power and juice. But I'm wondering if this game is going to end up going like obviously there's gonna have to be a little bit more to the game when it does end up developing a little bit more. Like, this alone is enough to entice and excite, for sure. But I want to see where's the gameplay? What is this going to end up turning into? Is it always just going to be stuff like this? Generally, you know, it's like, are we going to end up learning more about the alien species and kind of end up having our character maybe join them or something like that in the end? Kind of, it was a game I played a very long time ago, Call of Cthulhu, and it actually had, I'm not going to give spoilers to it in case you haven't checked it out, but it had an insane plot where at the end, the plot twist was, you know, like you ended up actually having your character kind of interacting with this alien species, and it was kind of like they were there the whole time. there was an even bigger plot twist to it that I won't spoil, but I'm just saying that this game ends up giving me that same sense of wonder, you know? And again, I don't mean to get all deep and stuff like that, but I mean, this game is deep. What can I tell you, you know? So anyways, as we end up getting up to this thing, I'm pretty sure that's all there really is for us today. Hit the brakes! Hit the brakes! Turn around! Turn around. There you go. I'm pretty sure we just end up taking this thing and then that's all there is to it, right? Are we dead? Or is that kind of the point? Anyway, preview build complete. Thanks for playing. And I want to give a shout out to the devs for actually throwing me this kind of preview build copy so that I can end up making this video for all of you. Hopefully you found this video entertaining and, you know, the game itself was mostly the highlight rather than like, you know, with most indie games, I get to kind of just goof around with it, kind of mess around, kind of just do like comedy and jokes and stuff that hopefully people find entertaining and not too abrasive. But then there's games like this where there's not really any jokes that can be made outside of we're a marble. You roll around. That's pretty much the entire goal of the game. But the graphics are insane and the story seems to be very interesting. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Links will be in the description for everything. If you would please like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sayonara and stay epic, everybody.